In 2012, oil prices peaked at $126 per barrel, but last week prices hit their lowest in more than a decade at just more than $30 per barrel. Several factors contributed to last week's drop. Chinese markets performed poorly, creating fears that oil demand there will decline. In the United States and in Europe, a mild winter has reduced demand for natural gas and heating oil. Oversupply has also played a role. Iran will soon re-enter international markets, and OPEC has said it will maintain its output. U.S. production has also remained high, despite increased financial pressure on many producers. Low oil prices, of course, hurt producing countries but benefit consumers. Here are some highlights. In North Africa, Algeria in particular is in dire straits. It is trying to manage declining oil revenue while also preparing for an impending leadership change, its first since 1999. In contrast, the oil-producing countries of the GCC will weather the drop fairly well, thanks to their low debt and substantial reserves from years of high prices. Saudi Arabia, for its part, has started privatizing its national oil assets. It will be important to watch how these reforms progress because politically they could prove very divisive. In the former Soviet Union, Russia is the country to watch. Oil revenue accounts for half of Russia's budget, but that budget is based on a price of $50 per barrel, far higher than last week's prices. Like Saudi Arabia, it is possible that Russia will privatize part of its state-owned energy company Rosneft to make up for the shortfall. In Venezuela, low oil prices could be the tipping point for the country, which is oil-dependent and seemingly on the edge of a political crisis. Annual inflation is already estimated to be at nearly 300%. Low oil prices will push that inflation even higher and will worsen shortages of goods. The country could even default on its foreign debt payments later in the year. Low oil prices are mostly a good thing for Europe, at least in the short term. However, in the long run, low oil prices may cause problems across the continent. The convergence of several favorable economic factors could fool Europeans into thinking they are witnessing a lasting recovery. If this misconception causes countries to slow or even reverse their reforms, it could considerably hurt the region's future economic prospects. Low oil prices could also work against efforts to boost economic growth in the Eurozone by increasing inflation. To find out more about how low oil prices are affecting different parts of the world, visit Stratfor.com.